If you are a fan of sci-fi mecha and you want to focus more heavily onto the narrative, the complexities of how you as an individual interact with your vehicle, the people around you, the factions and wider squads across the game, and have a bigger influence in a more narrative storytelling fashion where you create a story alongside the rest of your players, Beam Saber I would consider it's one of the go-to options in my opinion. It has the game principles and game foundations of being designed to be narrative forward, and all of its game elements are designed to tell a story and to impact the story, the scenarios, the moment to moment gameplay, and how they will affect your decision making in the process for a narrative purpose, not for a mechanical purpose. Of course, there are elements of strategy and elements of the mechanical that you can still make depending on what you want to create. Maybe you want to use them more often, maybe you want to use them less. So, but even there, you make the choice and make sacrifice or cost of adding more narrative reasons for this to fail, or ways in the story for this to succeed in not for you but for other people, or anything else in that sort. You're still making a narrative trade-off in most scenarios for the purpose of allowing you a mechanical benefit. So if you're more focused on the narrative but still have heavy mecha themes and still to a good extent still play within a mecha scenarios, mecha games, and still have like elements of combat, because as we mentioned, the combats can be as micro as you want. You know, each combat, each enemy can be its own clock that you need to deal with, or combats can be more streamlined into just larger battlefields. You deal with the scale, not with the micro elements of the battlefield, or you have a mix of two. Choose as you see fit. But once again, all of it goes into the purpose of telling something about your character, telling something about the world, telling something about you as a unit with the rest of your players, and anything else of the sort. If that's more of your case where it's lighter on the tactics, but it's more on the story, and it's more about of having your own identity while playing it, even more so than what other system might offer you. It is well expansive. It offers great details both for game masters and players, and it has a ton of elements of collaboration between players and game masters, and how you can assist each other, and how basically the responsibilities are split between the two sides of the table, and to kind of then decide the outcomes of the storylines as well. Good enough lore information, even through the exemplified elements of narrative. It kind of characterizes the game and characterizes the world. Through one book, you'll have all the necessary elements to just run the session as is and not have to worry about it.